Hello, Bl'Artagnan here with Respite or Quagmire, the Seymour Intersecting Wills Lufenia Plus fight. We're bringing a team of Squall, Kais, and Bosch. Before we get too deep into it, be sure to hit that like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, ring that notification bell, and leave a comment down below. I'd love to hear from you. Thinking about what you think about the fight, about the team, about the story of the Intersecting Will. I haven't actually watched the cutscenes, so let me know what happened in it, because I don't know why Xande's here. I don't think I'm alone in that either. Anyway, what do we got going on here? So, Squall used to be the AoE king of the game. He really just was the best at AoE fights, at dealing like multi-target damage. That Renzo Kuken splash damage was just tremendous. And it's been a little while since I've used him, so I figured, why the heck not? We'll bring him back. He's still quite powerful in that regard. His C90 update definitely helped him out there. I feel like he kinda... he's at this point lagging in that area behind... There's certain characters who just, with the C90 update, do a bit better in that regard. I'm thinking of like Strago, Sid Highwind, or even Seymour now with his new LD. Gonna go ahead real quick and reset that orb, because, ooh, got low. You're focusing Xande because we need that orb down. Bringing Kais to add to the HP damage that Squall is dealing. Basically, I treat Kais as a way to boost a damage dealer's single target damage, because of those perma-launches. Similar to Selfie, he also provides 20% HP cap as opposed to 15, which is, I guess, technically nice. Not super important. I think Selfie does overall provide a lot more, but I like Kais. And Bosch, of course, is here to keep us safe. You'll see, by the way, we just used Selfie's Aura, and I actually had skipped using Squall's EX for a couple turns, because this is bringing back an old trick that I used with Squall in the Dualahan Abyss, which I love talking about. If you've been following the channel, it feels like it's that story that I keep bringing up because it worked so well for me. Still one of my most viewed videos of all time. Basically, both Squall and Kais, assuming that they get Aura on the turn that their EX is up, can pretty much carry indefinitely. There are a couple things to consider. Kais will need to be careful about his AA usage, because he can chew through it quickly. Luckily, we have the LD on Selfie now, so we can do it twice. And for Squall, he actually needs to spam either his LD or Solid Barrel. He can't use Renzo in order to keep it going, because Renzo's high turn rate means the EX won't charge fully. So we're going to go ahead. Actually, here's another way to extend it. We're going to go into the burst. Man, Renzo feels so good to use. Look at this. The Roaring Hammer. Ah, man, I haven't greened Squall either. I said this in my Terra video, but it's really tempting to green him just because he feels so good to use. Look at this. Vroom! Into the sky. Ah, God, just so great. And of course, Kais is here to kind of provide that extra launch damage. We're really just kind of outracing Xande's orb here. And because we got to use the EX well in here, Aura got extended additionally, so now Squall is basically incapable of running out of Aura, which is pretty great. Because that means he can continue spamming his high damage EX. In theory, if there were any other buffs I wanted him to carry, not that any... The only that would really spring to mind for me would be like... I don't know, an elemental enchant buff, maybe. That'd be carried along as well, but in this case, we're just going to be carrying Aura with us. There we go, it's 11 million damage on a BT, you'll love to see it. Bosch is going to be keeping us safe. Good job, Bosch, you're just doing your thing, my man. And Kais is also extending Aura with ZX. It's a trick I really enjoy using. There we go. Okay, well, this fight is effectively in the bag now. The only challenge that a team with Bosch has in this fight is ensuring that Xande dies before the orb goes off. So if you're not bringing main party 2-turn delay effects, then you need to rely on your calls and just be really focused on your damage. It's okay though. Let's see if we can't burn Seymour down. I don't think we're gonna get him dead before we get out of summon, but that was kind of the goal here. Just because he has that turn warp, and in theory, if Bosch isn't locked onto him, it could be a problem. Luckily, Bosch is able to refresh his lock right now. Into the sky with you. So that was pretty dope. Man, I'd forgotten how fun Squall is to use. I was just like, oh, he's just a dumb damage dealer, whatever, I don't care. But he's just very viscerally enjoyable with the big sword and the cool slashes, and I mean, he's Squall, so, whatever. Alrighty. Well, now what is there to talk about? The fight's functionally over. I mean, technically, yeah, they're going to do their warpy things and their swap-turny things. It's kind of interesting that the mannequin, if Zonde is dead by the time the mannequin goes under 50%, he'll swap Seymour's turn instead. So that's something. I wonder if anyone's been able to kill both of those two. Well, yeah, actually, I was able to. One of my videos that I haven't done. Yeah, killing both of them, I think, makes the mannequin feel very sad. Because then it's just like, swap turn, nothing happened. It reminds me of like in the Kefka fight when you kill both of the mannequins, but before the threshold attack, and it's like demanding sacrificial attack, but no one was there, and you're like, oh, depressed clown. But Doctor, I am Tagliucci, or whatever the joke is. Feel free to leave a comment if you understood that reference. Just trying to drive up them engagement numbers, folks. Just driving up them engagement numbers. Alright, we're going to go ahead and make sure this next launch is able to do some actual damage. Perfect, and the enemy unbroke, so this is a full launch here. God bless. Would have been bad if we didn't get a full launch here, because then the enemy might have killed us or something. 1.2 million. You'd love to see it. Fun thing about launch characters like Kais or Selfie is that it makes these numbers look even more inflated than they are on the damage. It's like, oh, Kais Squall's doing 1 million damage. I mean, technically, he's doing a little less than that, but it's still very... I mean, look at this. And into the sky. There we go. There we go. All right, cool. Well, this is a fun little adventure, bringing back an old favorite. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Adios.